So recently I found myself talking about fun a lot. And after writing a research summary, I thought the best way to follow up is to create a video. So let the real fun begin. What do we mean by fun? Well, young people often cite fun as their primary reason for participating in organized sport, but fun is more complex than it seems. The research that inspired this particular video spoke to 142 football players, 57 parents, and 35 coaches. We often talk about kids instead of with them. Amanda Visek and colleagues went straight to the source and asked young people what they value in sport. They were asked to write down as many ideas as possible to answer the statement below. One thing that makes playing sport fun for players is. So, all of the statements that the children wrote down were sorted into piles and named to form fun factors. Now, 11 of these fun factors emerged in a really interesting order. Ranked number one was trying hard, which is trying your best, working hard, staying active. Secondly, was positive team dynamics, which is playing well together. And thirdly, we had positive coaching, which was sport knowledge, encouragement, allowing mistakes, etc. Let's keep digging. The second most important fun factors were the following. And in brackets, we've actually got some of the determinants that sit within those fun factors. So, fourth was learning and improving, which is being challenged, learning from mistakes. Fifth was games, so that's game time, playing against evenly matched teams. Sixth was practice, having well organized sessions, water breaks, a variety of activities. Seventh was team friendships, so getting along with your teammates and being a part of the same team year on year. Eighth was mental bonuses, so keeping a positive attitude and winning, interestingly. And ninth was game support, so having a referee that makes consistent calls, people cheering on the sidelines. Now, the least important fun factors were actually team rituals, which is like showing team spirit, high fives, and swag. So, having really cool gear, which is funny because I know most people actually really love the swag that they get when they play sports, especially the importance in representative sports. So, this was a really interesting finding. But surely this can't be consistent across all of the children in the study, right? 142 different levels, different ages. Well, you'd be surprised. So there was a mix of boys and girls, a range of ages from under 9 to under 19s, in two competitive levels across recreational and representative or touring sides. But there was only a small difference in the rankings between them. So boys and girls had a 93% similarity. Younger and older players had 96%, and recreational and travel players actually shared 94% of their rankings too. This is not to say that we should be treating everybody the same, but perhaps some of the prevailing myths that girls are less competitive, boys place less value on working together as a team, and that representative players do not play for fun can actually be challenged. Now let's take a look at what the parents and the coaches had to say. And unsurprisingly, they overestimated their role in youth sport when they were asked to participate in the exact same activity. But parents and players were actually really quite aligned. So parents really valued game time support more so than the players. And that's not surprising given it comprises of parent watching the games or people cheering on the sidelines. They also valued positive coaching, so having sport knowledge, allowing mistakes and staying positive, which wasn't that dissimilar to what the players thought too. In terms of winning, which was really interesting, they actually ranked this lower than the players. But the authors did say in their paper that they weren't sure if this was an accurate representation of what the parents really thought, or it was just their way of fitting in socially, so they didn't do anything outlandish. Let's take a look at what the coaches thought. So, this is targeting the older players because in the paper, Visek and colleagues really highlighted that coaches and younger players were quite aligned, but the differences here, I guess, speak for themselves. In second for the coaches was team friendship. So, getting along with teammates and being in the same team year on year. But the players didn't really reflect this. So, having a positive team dynamic, like playing well together or supporting teammates, etc., are likely the foundational elements to team friendships, but this disparity suggests that young people can operate well together without actually being friends. Task-oriented factors like trying hard, positive coaching, and learning and improving all ranked above team friendships for the players. So, adult conversations often center fun as being around friends, but it's actually much, much more than that. In terms of trying hard, I personally found it really interesting that coaches rank trying hard as sixth because trying your best, working hard, and being competitive is often what you hear the more outlandish coaches yelling from the sidelines. And thirdly, the game time support was a bit different in terms of overemphasizing the role that parents and cheering plays on the sidelines. Now, this is a bit of a bonus round, but I couldn't get to the end of this video without talking about how perfectly the top three fun factors aligned with self determination theory, where Ryan and Desi suggested that to achieve growth, internal sources of motivation are essential. So we need to feel autonomous, competent, and connected with others. Now, if you look at the top three topics from the fun factors that the players identified, trying hard, positive coaching, and positive team dynamics really aligns well. And I've tried to find a fun way to do that on the slide where you can see that they occupy almost the spaces between, because it can't be a coincidence that the top three things that young people valued also aligned to this particular theory. Now, it is probably worth a video on itself. It is something that people are talking about a lot more nowadays in sport. But for now, I just wanted to draw your attention to the fact that this was really well aligned here. So, to finish, it is worth re emphasizing that fun is the primary reason why children continue to play, and its absence is the main reason children give for dropping out. So, we need to know what fun really means to young people so we can create sporting cultures and environments that truly meet their needs. Thank you for tuning in for another complex, not complicated video. I really hope you enjoyed this one. As always, references will be in a Google Doc underneath, and let me know if you have any suggestions for our next topic.